Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are here today with Gloria, and she is in our grade 7-8 classroom, uh, known as our Pink Panthers for our COVID cohort. Gloria's been with us since the very beginning and has always been in this age group. Gloria, hi. Why don't you give us a little bit of background where you come from in the world of special needs learning and RBT world?
I'm one of the senior people at our school. When I say senior, I mean old. So I started my career with special needs way back when. After I graduated from university, I took a developmental social work program at Humber College, and I worked in various group homes and day programs with mostly adults. At the same time, I was also working in the staffing industry and was offered a full-time branch manager job with them. So I actually switched gears and went into the business world for 17 years. And then after I had my youngest, Alexia, or as we like to call her, Lexi, I didn't want that anymore. I was really missing my roots. Also, I had the pleasure of raising two children, my husband's children from a previous marriage. I've had them now since they were 6 and 4, who are both on the spectrum. So it was calling me back when I see all the people that worked with them to get them to where they are today with our support. Because it certainly does take a village. I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to do that for families as well. So I went back in to for my ECE and EA, and I was working with the school board here in Waterloo, and was still being very drawn to those kids that needed that extra TLC, that extra support, and thought, I need to go back there. My heart is telling me I need to go back there. There were so many ideas in here, and unfortunately, can't always do that in a public system because you're working with a team of people. So I went back in college again at well over 40 and got my RBT. So I took the Autism and Behavioral Science program and then wrote my RBT registration, and the rest is kind of history. Came across, I had heard in my dealings while I was doing my program and working in the ABA field from some clients that there was a school opening up and it was going to be in Cambridge. Waited for the posting to come up, applied, and at that time I wasn't even done the program, so I thought, it's going to be a 50-50 chance. They did take a chance on me, went in for the interview, and then just before Easter in 2018, got a call from Kathy Shaw, and she offered me the job, and just over the moon. That's kind of me in a nutshell.
Now, this last year, you actually started a new program at OBA. Yes. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about what that program is?
So for the afternoon from 12:20 to 1:30, I run a social skills and a living skills program. So with social skills, we are dealing mostly with, we started off with following school rules. We are now talking about communication. We start from basic to advanced communication, then we'll start going into some emotional regulation type stuff, how to make a friend. So that's kind of our social aspect of the program, which is, as much as I, come up with a curriculum, and we use the program called Everyday Speech to do the video modeling, which is an amazing program. It really does, like I said before, it really does take a village. The whole school has been very supportive. Really, not just my program, it's all of our programs. Living skills, we're talking more about hygiene. We did a garden this year, which was amazing. We did an indoor and an outdoor garden. We made a scarecrow. Right now we're doing chores. Again, bringing it home too. So some of their homework will be take a picture of your child vacuuming, take a picture of your child making their bed, so that the involvement is both us and at home, and that skill is generalized to other settings, not just in the home, at the school. Just something that they'll always have in their everyday life. Like at the end of the day, when these kids leave our doors, we need to make sure that they can function socially in society, but also that they can be independent and do things for themselves, because that's where that self-confidence piece comes in. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we haven't been able to go out in the real world, or else we would have been on a bus learning how to take city transit, and going to the grocery store like we did last year, and learning how to like follow a grocery list, getting a recipe, what do we need, buying it, and then bringing it back and applying it to the recipe. We are starting cooking after the second March break. So
Second March break, which is actually April.
in April. So spring break, I guess we'll call that one. Yeah, so lots of fun. I'm hoping that by September, we will be able to do more of that outdoor stuff and leaving the premises and doing more of that functional stuff out in the community that we weren't able to do this year. So I'm looking forward to that.
So other things are going to change in September for you, where you are not going to be in the RBT area. Why don't you tell us a little bit about next year? Big announcement. What does that look like for you?
So for older kids, we are providing a more social and living skill based program where there is functional literacy as well as math incorporated into our living skills. And we're also introducing a new social skills program. So I'm so very excited to be part of that. It's a great program. It's really new, so been able to just briefly look through the program, but it looks amazing. And I'm hoping that we will be able to bring in guest speakers, because there's a career development section in it. And like I said, be going out to a garden and seeing how gardens are set up in the community, volunteering. I can't really say much more because, like I said, this all went down the pipes this week, but it's going to be an amazing program.
Now, anyone that knows Gloria knows that she was born for this role. And so we are all so excited that this is going to be your role at OBA, because no one better at the school could have done this for our students. And so we are all very excited that you get to do this, and that our students have you teaching them these things. So this is fantastic. One thing I would like to talk about with you is we sort of call ourselves the OBA family. We are just this very big family, and it's not just the people inside the walls at OBA, but it's the families, the extended families, and the people who support us. Your family, your personal family, they have very much included themselves into the OBA family within the OBA walls. Now, this was much easier to do pre-COVID.
Absolutely.
And so do you want to talk a little bit about your two girls that I've met, Leah and Lexi, and how they have been involved in the OBA family?
They want a job there, but then they need to finish their school first. Leah's come in, and Lexi, and they've volunteered in a classroom. I think Leah was in our 4-5 classroom last year, again, pre-COVID. I think it was the PA day that they had that we didn't have. So Leah's a very artistic girl in terms of performing in plays, and she's a singer. So at that time, the teacher in grade 4-5 was doing their drama unit and totally let Leah run that. So she was on cloud nine with that, giving pointers to these kids. And the kids were just so awesome and receptive to that. And you were in a play. So she
She
just
was a
thought,
true celebrity that day. I
right?
actually was there that day, and it was very fun watching her just take charge. And she was teaching them skills, and this is what you should be doing. And they were so receptive. It was it was amazing to watch.
Lexi, she is like the cheerleader for OBA. But for this year, because she couldn't be in when she turned 9, she decided that she was going to do some fundraising for OBA. So she did a birthday fundraiser, and I believe she raised
$375.
something like that. Yeah.
What are some things that you do to blow off steam and just have fun in your life?
Well, pre-COVID, we would have some little get-togethers with our wonderful staff after school, every few weeks. But with my family, mostly we try to get out for walks when we can. But what else do I do? There's a punching bag downstairs that I've been meaning to go down and punch. It is stressful, Lisa, but I love what I do so much. Like I love coming into work every day. That we're such a supportive family at OBA that if we did have a strong struggle, we stay a little bit later and we talk it out and we discuss what can we do, what could we have done differently. But most importantly, we're like, we did the best we could today and kudos to us. And yeah, I mean, my family is definitely very supportive and my husband cooks me dinner. So I guess that's a good stress relief. I don't have to worry about coming home and worrying about dinner and whatnot. But what made it extra stressful this year is just the whole COVID thing, especially when we were at work and my girls were still here and learning online. So I had some long nights. But again, I couldn't have gotten through with it without the support of my team at Oak Ridge for sure.
That is a fantastic answer. I would like to say I am very proud of you that you got through this interview without crying one time.
I know.
If you really know Gloria, she doesn't cry because she's sad or upset. She cries because she's so happy and her heart is so full. And she has the biggest heart and is such a caring person. And I know how much I appreciate you when I am at Oak Ridge. And if I need something and I need to message you to say, could I get this from you? You're always just so supportive. So thank you. Thank you for joining me today and for telling us more of your story. And I am so excited for next year and for what you get to do. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm so excited. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, Lisa.
You're welcome. I hope to see you soon.
Yes.